Hello, everyone, and welcome to another show in the gray area. Now, what I got for you today is just some NFL news, like a couple things that happened around the league. Then I've got just some preseason takeaways, just looking at like two games, picking out a few things, including the Chiefs game. And then I will be predicting Thursday night's football game, which, when this comes out, will be in 6 days till the start of the season. How cool is that? And I'm going to see. I'm going to predict every single Thursday night game, and we're going to see how well I do this season. So drop your guesses on my record of guessing the Thursday night games if you want. So, yeah, that'll be fun. All right, let's jump into it. For news, J.K. Dobbins, the running back for Baltimore Ravens, is out for the season. So if you had already drafted in your fantasy draft, you might want to go pick up Gus Edwards because he'll be kind of stepping into that spot. I don't think it's a big loss for the Ravens because they do have Gus Edwards and some other guy. I don't remember his name. But yeah, and then they've got Lamar Jackson, who also runs. So that's cool. Just fantasy tip, boom, in the middle of this. Anytime a player, especially a major player on a team, is injured, look at who will gain from that injury and if they will gain enough to be worth fantasy value, and if they're in the free agency and they are going to be worth fantasy value, then pick them up, okay? I know a bunch of people have already drafted and stuff, but I'm still going to talk about fantasy football. And then other news, Mac Jones is named the starting quarterback for the Patriots. I didn't see that coming. And Cam Newton is released. I'm like, that's awesome. It just makes me want to watch. Like, how well is Mac Jones going to do? Is he going to be... No, he's not going to be like Tom Brady. But how well is he going to do for the Patriots? Because, I mean, his play style is a little bit more like Tom Brady. He doesn't run as much. So, I think Bill Belichick and Mac Jones, especially since Mac Jones played for Nick Saban, I think it's going to work out pretty well for him. And I'm excited to watch it. All right, let's look at a couple preseason games. The Chiefs and the Vikings. This one I'm just going to look at the Chiefs, although Vikings are my second favorite team. But look at the Chiefs, my favorite team. If you watch their first two drives with their starters, like it's great. Mahomes is still looking amazing, and then so like the Mahomes to Kelsey throws, like those are insane, and then Kelsey catches them and then get a first down, and it's like, wow, I don't know how a defense is supposed to stop that, really. And then to Tyreek Hill, like just way down there, he outruns the cornerback, just catch, touchdown. It is really amazing. Top three, maybe top three offense in the NFL, just because of those three players. I feel like. Yeah. So that's all I wanted to say for the Chiefs. Really, is just they're still looking as good as ever. So next, the Buccaneers, they face the Texans. So I'm going to touch on each of these teams. Watching the Buccaneers is also just as fascinating as watching the Chiefs. Their offense, like, you watch their plays, hike, Tom Brady, throw, catch, 20, 40 yards. It's like, wow, how do they just do that? And it's quick. And they just got these receivers running routes, like, catch, it's great. I don't play football, but, so, it's great. How that had, and it's efficient, and it's how Brady plays, and it really works out for him. Stopping Brady is something that's hard to do. It really is. You gotta put pressure on Brady, and because if he gets it to where he can throw the ball comfortably, you're screwed. You know, and because he's got the good wide receivers that can catch. But they did play the Texans, which bottom few teams this year. I'm concerned for the Texans. Uh, I hadn't watched any of their games, and I was thinking, wait a minute, where's Deshaun Watson? What's their quarterback situation? I hadn't checked up on that in a while. It's literally the same as it was months ago. There's rumors that he'll still play. Maybe they want him to. There's all the lawsuits. He might get a trade. Those rumors are still in the air. But they've been kind of playing Taylor Twelveman as their quarterback. So, yeah, really the Texans will get a few wins. But other than that, I don't see them doing very well. So just to take away from those two games a little bit more, actually, the Chiefs and the Buccaneers are the two best teams in the NFL, and that's practically fact. You can argue, yes, the Packers are good. Yeah, they're not the Chiefs and the Bucs. The Bills are good. Yeah, but they're not the Chiefs and the Bucs. The Seahawks are good, not the Chiefs and the Bucs. Okay, these two teams, if there aren't significant injuries, I think these two teams go to the Super Bowl again. Because let's face it, if either one of the quarterbacks gets injured, done. If Kelsey gets injured, they're done. You know, and that's how it works. And that happens in the NFL. You know, players get injured all the time. Like a few good players each week got injured in preseason games. You know, so yeah, we'll see what happens. But the Chiefs and the Bucs are the two best teams, and to pick one that is better than the other, I don't think I can say that one is better than the other. They're both really good. The Chiefs often improve their offensive line, you know. All right. So to my Thursday night, the NFL kickoff game. My predictions. My Thursday night predictions. Let's see if I can start off my predictions going 1-0. It is the Buccaneers versus the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to take the Buccaneers winning this game. And just for fun, I'm going to predict the score as well. But I'll get to that in a second. I think the Bucs are just better. You know, like I just said, the Bucs are top 2 team in the NFL. The Dallas Cowboys, I think, are going to have a mediocre season. I'm still going to watch Dak Prescott, and I think he's already struggled with injury. If he doesn't get really injured, then he can have a great season because he is a good quarterback. So he can have a great season, but injury worries me with him. And then Ezekiel Elliott, if Dak's gone, Ezekiel Elliott doesn't play as well. And we saw that from last season. So the Buccaneers, I'll take the Buccaneers to beat the Cowboys 34-20. Yeah. Fantasy football is it's here. People are drafting I will have done 2 of my 3, technically 3 of my 4 drafts by the time this show comes out. I've been pretty happy with my draft so far. I got I had the number 3 pick overall, and I took Travis Kelce, and this was yesterday when I'm filming this. And I'm happy with that. I took Travis Kelce over Dalvin Cook, and they're projected to get about the same amount of points, but tight end can just win out. There's a lot less depth at tight end, although you do need 2 running backs instead of 1 tight end, instead of 1, on your team. So, but I took Travis Kelce, 3rd pick overall. I was pretty happy with that. I got Tom Brady as my quarterback. I would have liked Jalen Hurts or Justin Herbert. But I actually took Tom Brady when they were still available because I think Tom Brady will produce just a little bit more points than them maybe, and people grabbing their quarterbacks. So, yeah, if you want to get a quarterback, Russell Wilson is a good option. He usually he's going to produce good points this season, and he usually goes at like quarterback 7, so he'll, whereas you can get him for a better bargain. All right, that's all for today's show. Follow my Instagram and like, share, all the good stuff, And I'll see you next time in the gray area.